So then I've heard a lot of women be like, thank you for making eye contact with, thank you for acknowledging my soul. Yeah. And I was like, this is so odd. But so even the man's like, they're like, talk to her. But it's a stigma. I've even had a gentleman probably last year, he was older, 80, but he was just like, I don't know if I could have a female manage my finances.
With as hard as life can be, I wouldn't ask to change a thing. Everything I've been through brought me closer to you. You worth it.
Before stepping into financial advising, Lana Trofholz spent 15 years as an accountant, where everything added up on paper, but real life didn't always play by the same rules. Today, she's helping people navigate the moments that don't come with a playbook, like divorce, loss, and major life transitions, while building a financial future that actually works. Today, we're talking about the importance of leaning into your finances and how to prepare for the curveballs that life throws your way. Welcome to LFG with AQi. Hi, Lana.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you. So I want to kind of talk about your transition. Let's just kind of like, we're going to go back. What was it like when you were an accountant and you're like, this is not working for me anymore. I want to work with individuals and I want to be a financial advisor.
Still do accounting a smidge, like taxes.
Yeah.
And it's monotonous, as a lot of accountants say. It's a hamster on a wheel. But it was during tax season, doing these returns, and you're always the bad person of, hey, you owe X amount, and then they get mad. And you're like, hey, tell your advisor that you withdrew early from your 401k or something. And they're like, oh, I don't know who my advisor is. And after about 8 years of being like, how do these people not know, because it's like retail or self-managed, I was like, oh, I'll just go get my securities license and do both sides. And so that's where I am now, is I do advising, but the tax kind of feeds the advising business. Okay. But it was obviously more lucrative on advising, and you get to help them.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much more not transactional.
So do you have a heart for that?
Taxes?
Who would have a heart for taxes?
I don't know.
I hear that all the time. I really love the IRS. Just kidding. Nobody says that.
And they're undefeated. So I'm like, you're going to owe your money no matter what. They will win.
No, do you have a heart for working with people on learning their finances?
Yes.
Like planning and all the things that go into that?
The divorce part, so that I got into advising, and then the divorce and widows, a lot, widowers. It was an older, or that's perspective word. It was a lady that was about 68, came to me, and she was like, hey, I think it was like, I'm making this up, $500,000 when I got a divorce. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, that was 20 years ago. And I said, did you let it cook and now compound interest? And she was like, well, no, I got a car and I went on a trip, and I kind of, my heart broke for her, because I said, well, how much do you have now? And she's like, enough to buy the trailer, and that's all I have. And so then in my head, I went backwards. I'm like, what if we educated these people when they got the divorce, if they get the house or the investment funds or whatever they have, teach them to say, hey, don't spend, or just try not, I'll educate them on how to let that grow so that your future self is like, hey, thanks. Because it's compound interest, but if people don't know, you don't know.
So I'm going to ask you to make a generalization, a best guesstimate for you and like what you see. How many women are actually dialed in their family's investments or in their family? The women?
More than you think.
Okay, that's great. So so kind of talk to me about it. If you sit down with a couple, the women are asking questions. And so I've kind of heard that sometimes if you have a male financial advisor, the women kind of feel like they don't know or how to ask questions. Do you think it's like you're more approachable?
Yeah, and I'm not a man hater. Like, I love it when they're all in there. But even I have a lot where the female stays at home, but they're the ones doing the books because the husband might be the breadwinner. Yeah. But I've heard more times than I can count on my hands where there'll be, like, if you and Roger are sitting here and he's the breadwinner, and I'm a male, they're just like having a combo, and I'm just over here, and they're like, just I'm the one that's on my phone. The bank.
Yeah.
So then I've heard a lot of women be like, thank you for making eye contact with, thank you for acknowledging my soul. Yeah. And I was like, this is so odd. But so even the man's like, they're like, talk to her. But it's a stigma. I've even had a gentleman probably last year, he was older, 80, but he was just like, I don't know if I could have a female manage my finances.
Oh.
I just laughed. I'm like, whatever.
Like, oh.
What am I supposed to say?
You're adorable.
It's just a generational thing.
Yeah.
I should have said that.
Yeah, you should be like, aw, bless your heart.
I know. I'm like, I'm smarter than you, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So do you think that at times you're wildly underestimated?
I think yes,
Yeah.
females in finance.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? Like, you're in the finance world.
I think I'm surrounded by so many strong females, I don't pay attention to it.
Oh, good
like,
for you, yeah.
Yeah, like, so I don't know, in like my past, I think I was underestimated when I was in the military because there was only 10% women in the military.
That's exactly what it is in finance world.
Yeah, so yeah, I can totally see that. That was, 20 years ago. But it's like you have to like put on a harder shell to like show up sometimes. And then it took me probably until I was 40 where I was like, oh, I can be feminine and I can like, I don't have to pretend to be somebody I'm not to fit into this boys club.
The last few years have been like, what do you call it, stripping a shell off of me, where I'm like, I'm just going to be me. If they like me, they like me. It's been a lot of energy work of, I'm going to quit chasing people that are not choosing me.
Yeah.
And like, our founder of Keystone is a female. She's turned 70 last June, doesn't matter. But anyway, when she was my age, or like 35, it was like Wolf of Wall Street in the 80s. And she was a female. And I was like, you're a badass. Like,
that
and
is a
she
badass.
has been so good to me. She's just like, you do you. The right people will choose us.
Yes.
And now, like in the 80s, there was no females out there.
Yeah.
So she's so like just a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have this entire theory with like AI coming forward. I think a lot of companies are leading into AI, but I actually think women in all industries are leaning into their authenticity and their heart. That we're actually going to leap ahead of the people that are like going backwards into AI.
Well, because it's human connection.
Yeah, it is human connection, and I think there's a place for it. I mean, my first job was in computer technology and in engineering, and so I'm used to like the computer stuff, and I'm not anti-AI, but you can't put everything in that basket, and if you don't have the human connection and authenticity, how are you going to connect with clients?
I've read that AI can put words and like you feel emotions, but it can't feel emotions. And that's our superpower.
Exactly.
And like some business coach I hired, I told her, I'm like, I've got to stop crying in these meetings. Cause like you come and I specialize in divorce, and my heart, I'm just like, I'm so sorry. And I'd like cry and I'm like, be professional. And she's like, that's your superpower. Yeah. And I was like, you're right. And she's like, people doing numbers is not hard. I mean, we can all figure it out. It's what's the old Chick-fil-A thing? People like going there because they like how they feel when they go. Anybody can serve a chicken sandwich, but it's like, hey, my pleasure. Yeah. People are like, it was my pleasure to come and have a chicken sandwich. Yeah. So it's like how you feel.
And if you, absolutely. Like on a financial level, if you can be authentically yourself and have that connection, I feel like that builds trust more.
Yes.
And then you build that relationship. So it's not just like you are there.
It's not transactional.
It's not transactional. You're creating a relationship.
Most people, like as you know, in money, people work their tail off to get, especially when they're about ready to retire, and they're like, this person's going to manage what I just worked 40 years on. Like, you want some trust and emotions, right?
Yeah.
Not a robot.
Yeah.
But I do use AI for, tell me what the compound interest will be in 50 years. And
there's
seconds.
great use cases for it. I don't think it'll ever replace humans.
It can't.
Yeah.
Like, it just can't feel. It doesn't have a soul. I don't know. Yeah, that's a whole nother convo about.
What's been the hardest part about kind of taking that transition to working something that's very linear, taxes? You have an actual like workbook of like what's accepted, not accepted, to going into financial advising because it's more of an art.
It is. It's been a transition because, as you said, taxes is like the balance sheet. It's a snapshot of where you are right now. And financial planning is, hey, let's see where you are in, actually you have to go backwards too to be like, what are your spending habits? And then you have to go forward. And it's a psychological thing. Like money is energy, and I feel like I'm a therapist more. So I've been taking a lot of classes just on psychological because it's.
Oh, that's tell me more about that. How do you feel like a therapist, like a financial therapist?
Because there's, well, I had a phone call yesterday. A gal was like, I've been wanting to call you, but I'm so ashamed. And I go, why? And it's like her spending habits. And I'm like, I'm not here to judge you. Like, I'm here to help you. And I kind of put a seed in my head. I'm like, I wish I could go out and just be like, don't be ashamed. Like, I get Amazon packages every day, or we've seen it all, like what you spend your money on. And then there's a lot of psychology in family businesses, which you'll probably start seeing when you start getting all these. The G1, the generation 1 founds a company, right? And then G2 kind of has a silver spoon, and they've been like take over. And then there's this theory by G3, the company is either thriving or it's gone.
It loses its heart.
They call it collar to cut off shirt or something. What's that?
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
I haven't.
Like grandpa starts it, and by the time grandson gets it, it's either going or it's gone.
Oh.
Because you don't have the heart in it. Like grandpa put blood, sweat, tears into it.
Yeah.
And
second generation just lived off of the wealth, and then third generation, it's like they don't have any of that connection.
They're like, oh, I just thought this was life. I didn't realize I had to work at it.
I did just hear that. I was at a conference this week, and they were talking about like the founding of an organization. And it was Johnson & Johnson. They were talking about how Johnson & Johnson founders, it was in the 50s, and he was so into the value and the mission, they put it in stone. Like it was on the building, it was on the stone. So it was like the motto was there every day you walked by. But 50 years later, Johnson & Johnson had asbestos in their baby powder. Like they got completely away from
their mission, which
their mission was the patients first, then doctors, then employees, and then shareholders. And third generation in, they got away from that. So you can't just write it on the stone wall. You have to actually like live it.
And you have to instill it every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you felt pressure building your business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
tell me about that. Like, how do you go about building a business?
I think it's any sales business, especially when it's like mine, where it's 100% commission or whatever. It's not. I don't get a salary. So there's a lot of failure, and I've really come to be like, I will fail, and that's okay, and I will come back. But it is what people say when they start going to business. They're like, just keep going, keep going, keep going. And have I cried myself to sleep? Yes. Have I like stayed awake all night? Like, how am I going to pay this bill? But I keep saying it, but my energy, like lately it's a mindset where I've just been like, I'm just going to like attract those people that I want to attract. And it works. Like I don't know if I'm putting it in words right.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Just,
I don't like the word failure. I think failure like discounts it. It's like, I think it's a learning point. It's like you figured out what didn't work.
Word. What's another word I could use?
I would say like maybe that didn't work. Like it's like a transitional or a pivot point or a learning point, because like you figured out what might not have worked, but it's gotten you off that path,
what it is.
And then it's going to a path that does work. So
or
it's a
like
learning opportunity.
Almost like desperate at the beginning, where you're like, I'll take everybody,
right?
And then you realize, pivot, where you're like, no, like it's classic psychology. The more people. If you're chasing them, they're like going to go away. But if you kind of act aloof, like the guy in the corner at the bar, they're like, hey, like, what's her story? What's his story? And then they start coming to me. It's like an energy, and it really works, because I'm like, I'm sick and tired of chasing people.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you were to give advice to other young women or women in general of starting a business, what do you think is the most important attribute? Oh, the authenticity.
Yes, don't fit into a...
Yeah.
Like in finance world, I'm supposed to wear a blazer and be all polished. And
is this you? Is this what you would normally like wear?
I'm wearing this now because I thought I should, and I was cold. But usually I'll wear like a tank top. Sometimes I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'm Sporty Spice. If you're cool with it, like Joe Rogan on his podcast is like, dress the part. And I'm like, but my part is yoga pants and some t-shirt. And I'm still using my brain, and I'm still having me.
Right.
I should have come in
and
like
all
sweats
the finance bros. What is the it's like slacks and a vest over like a t-shirt.
Yes.
They
Patagonia
all look the
vest.
same. Patagonia, yes. Like we need a women's like costume for like what our like fintech like outfit is. Mine are jumpsuits. Yeah,
and
Glenn,
I like jumpsuits.
Is that true? Like I'm always like wearing I'm breaking the fourth wall and talking to Glenn. I love jumpsuits. I'm like, it's just me, and
I was just gonna go buy one because I have a meeting in Arizona next week. We land at 4, meetings at 5:30. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta like wear something comfy. And my girlfriend's like, Athleta, jumpsuit, doesn't wrinkle. Yeah. You still look Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Here's what I figured out.
Jumpsuit. We
it's
just
like,
nailed it.
Whatever I wear is what a CEO would wear, because I'm a CEO.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so you are who you are. So whatever you're wearing is the correct like outfit.
It's like, yes, you are who you are, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. So I love that. So that advice to like those.
But I do like blazers. Like,
blazer. You can throw like anything over a blazer on anything, right?
I don't, and they're warm because I'm always cold.
Yeah, that's fair. So when you stepped in for financial advising to shifting careers, what was your final push that like pushed you into going from accounting to more of like an impact-driven role?
Probably money. Well, money. I hate saying it, but
Yeah.
Accounting can just be monotonous, and it's a ceiling almost, unless I'm going to be a CFO of a big company, which I had no desire to be.
Yeah.
And I like being challenged, and I love learning. Even at 46, I'm like, what other tests can I take? So I got the securities license, and I'm not gonna lie, I took them, and I'm like, well, now what? I even had one more to go at the firm, and they're like, you realize you're not done? And I'm like, oh. So then I had to take another one, and then they're like, okay, now go get clients.
So do you have a Series 7? Or what's your Series
and
7? Is that
okay? You had to take like 4 exams. I thought I had to take 3, and they're like, "Oh no, you just kidding."
Surprise!
You got one
You
more.
have one
Which
more.
it wasn't like the hardest one, but I was still like,
Yeah.
"Oh," but it's all good.
Were they difficult to pass to get those?
Yes.
Yeah.
I failed one the first time because I was kind of arrogant. I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah.
And then I got in there, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, Newman. I used to say Newman all the time.
Did you ever have to take the security or like the proctored exam?
I have
And you're
taken
sitting there
practice
watching
exams
her at
before.
Buffer?
Yes, but not for the SEC. But I have
yeah.
taken those types of exams.
And
before.
you, like, there is a method to their madness.
Yeah.
Because you really do learn a lot.
Yeah.
Because you're like, huh. But it's the best feeling in the world when it's like, you passed.
Yes.
And you walk out and you're like, thanks God.
Yeah.
But,
absolutely. Do you feel like you have support from your family?
Yes. And honestly, my partner, Travis, who's at Keystone, he has said that before I even started. He was just like, does Tyler support you? And I was like, oh yeah. And he goes, no, I'm serious. He goes, because this is, and it is, it's a fact. It is really rough for about 2 or 3 years. Like you are, if I didn't, I don't know what I would have done. I'd move in with my mom.
Yeah.
But now it's like cliche. It's starting to snowball. And
Yeah. What have you done to build a community of peers? Do you have peers? And like, who do you
Like
have that
you.
you can build this? Okay.
like networking.
Yeah.
But, and networking is, as you have figured out probably, you can do it all day, every day. You got to find your own little jam.
Yeah.
Like powerful women that there's room for all of us. And men. Like I'm
Yeah.
really finding power in men too,
That's great.
right?
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely not anti-male.
No.
Yeah, like
No.
go men. You know what
Go men.
you know what the middle-aged white man really needs? More accolades. Like they need more support.
I agree. I just feel like all of a sudden this whole shift has happened. I'm like, no, like you're still. I had coffee with a white middle-aged white man, or yeah, whatever, and he just goes, all these women's groups. There's women's this. There's women's that. He's like, what about us? And I'm like, you're fine. I'm like, I promise you can go find a bunch of other men that'll have coffee with you. But
Yeah.
I was like, it's just this. There has been a tidal
There
wave
has
of
been
like
shift.
women.
But maybe it's because we're doing the work.
I think
We are doing the work to connect. But I
Yeah.
see so I go to 1 Million Cups every Wednesday. So are you
that?
familiar with that? So 1 Million Cups is a national organization. It meets Wednesday mornings in every major city. And there's one in Omaha. Wednesday mornings, it's down at the Ashton, like the Millwork Commons building.
Okay.
From
downtown?
9 to 10. Yep, it's downtown. It's in the Makerhood in Omaha.
Oh yeah.
But the people that show up there are the hustlers, the ones that are like entrepreneurs. And you start surrounding yourself with people like that, and you get the energy.
Is it a membership?
No, it's free.
Oh, I can go?
Yeah, and they have free coffee.
So
It's
is it networking or is it more like
it's networking, and there's a presentation every week.
Build
So
your hey, let's go do our thing.
Yep, exactly.
What's
So
that called?
usually it's like a
Motivational.
pitch deck. Somebody will be talking about what they're building. So it's like perfect for entrepreneurs. But there's a lot of financial people that kind of go there because they're either VCs or they're like us. We have a crowdfunding platform. So you want to stay in the community. But it's a really great way to meet people
Can I
and
go? I
network.
wanna go.
You can 100% go. Yeah.
Like I like those
yeah.
types of things.
Yeah. So next Wednesday, it's every Wednesday. So I try to go 3 out of 4 weeks in a row, just because it's a good community.
No, I
Yeah.
want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
So talking about specifically, you've chosen a pretty sticky, hardest life choice area. How
Divorce, you mean?
divorce and
death.
loss. Was that a need that was in the market that wasn't being fulfilled? And how did you decide
Yes.
that's where you wanted to focus on?
I didn't really. I feel like it just kind of happened, which a lot of people just say.
Like
fell in your lap.
the stars aligned?
There was, to be very honest, a gal came to me I don't know how she found me. If she typed in female financial advisors, she had a yucky marriage, lost trust in pretty much all men. And so she typed in female financial advisor, and there's not very many of us. This is when I first started too, and I'm like, yay, like how can I help you? And then from her, I did help her, blah, 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 but I had to do a lot of research. Now I have my CDFA, which is a certified divorce financial analyst. Because after her, then her friend, like there's a lot of people getting divorced. That was when I was like, I need to start educating myself on this. But yeah, she came to me because I was a woman.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot of trust issues there. But I help men too.
For sure.
It is.
And there's an actual certification for it, and like you're part of a community.
That was another proctored exam, right?
Yeah, okay.
It's like, let's go sit in front of that computer and.
So you are a certified professional.
Yep.
Yep. You're like 100%.
Sure.
That's who I am.
It's a lot. That's way. Divorce is so much more psychological than.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's black and white. Like the attorneys do a lot of the. I do a lot of the budgeting, but until they sign off of it, a lot of it's.
Do you work in any mediated situations?
Mediation. I have that too.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple of times.
I'm a mediator also.
Do you sit in mediation?
I used to. Like,
It's really hard for me not to take a side.
Oh my gosh, that is the
So
hardest thing. Like, I have opinion.
And
I
I
have
can't-
one.
I know.
It
So I
is
just
hard to be
am like-
neutral.
So
Yeah.
I don't, unless they ask for it, I'll just
Yeah.
sit and be like,
Yeah, that was really hard.
I bite my tongue too, even with, if I have like a client, I've never met the ex, even if I think they're in the wrong, I just, I'm like, bite my tongue, I'm here to help you financially.
Yeah.
And I am really helping, like I cannot preach it enough, not giving advice, educating, protect your future self.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people think that we're 45, I think I'm young.
Yeah.
But if I truly want to retire by the time I'm 60, I'm like, oh.
Give me a ballpark. How much does the individual American need
I
to
know you're gonna say
live
that.
comfortably?
Everybody asks
What does that mean, though, comfortably? Like, okay, so if I
But-
wanted to maintain my lifestyle, how much money do I need to make?
Because I can't answer that because
Yeah.
what I think and what Glenn thinks are two different.
Okay.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
someone living, say, making $50,000 a year and they have 2 kids and that's all they make between 2 people.
Yeah.
And they are high on the hog, living a dream.
Yeah.
Their lifestyle is going to be different than someone making $1 million and they're like, we're struggling.
Okay.
Like
Because of the choices they
It's
make.
perspective. Like,
Yeah.
it's perspective.
Okay.
It's like, what do you want the same lifestyle or do you want to go live on a beach in a bungalow? Then you're
Yes,
fine.
please.
I know. That's my goal. I'm going to retire in the Bahamas and be a bartender from 10 to 2.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Do you want to hear my plan? This is like my low-key plan. I want a group of 4 people, like 4 couples that have an LLC that we have 4 houses in different places and we just share the houses.
And
We
you can
have
just
to
go
really
around.
we have to really like the people. Cuz like instead of just having 1 house, you'd have 4. But you're paying into the houses belong to the LLC.
I like that.
I know, and I'm like, there's got to be some kind of
Okay, I want
business
to meet your
plan where
husband
you're like,
and see if we like each other.
yeah, you have
you
to
can-
really like the other people, like, because you
Well-
might overlap, you might be there at the same time.
And you're going to be
You're in a
making
business together.
decisions. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I'm like, it's
I
kind of
like
like a
that.
timeshare, but you own the equity, so it's like a business proposition.
That sounds way better than my idea. I wanted to open a dog bar.
Dog bars are fun. Have you been to the Omaha Dog Bar?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to open one out west.
I got kicked out.
What?
My dog's an a-hole. I have a Wheaton Terrier who
You
has
were kicked out by a little dog? I thought you were going to say like
No.
someone
My
bit
dog got me kicked
I
out.
know,
I
it makes me
paid the
laugh.
$15 to like drink their lavender lemonade, and then my dog
That
gets
makes me
kicked
laugh.
out because he like doesn't like Wheaton, or he doesn't like golden doodles. So he's a
He's,
Wheaton.
like,
He's a racist
prejudiced?
dog. He's a prejudiced dog against golden doodles.
That's so
I don't
funny.
know what his deal is, but yeah, he's kind of an asshole. So
Let's
anyway,
open up
now
our
I
own.
can't go to the dog bar.
I really want to open.
But that'd be my perfect dream too. I want to hang out with dogs and like
all day.
Yeah, be a
They're
bartender.
better than people.
Yes, I agree. What do you think about total sidebar here? If somebody doesn't like your dog doesn't like somebody, do you trust your dog's opinion?
Oh, I
Right?
think dogs are angels with fur, or like
Yeah.
little spirits.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And isn't it weird how?
Dogs know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they can just be like, "Rrr," and I'm like, who is that? Soul?
That person has something
Yeah,
wrong
it's
with
like,
them because my dog
oh,
doesn't like
they
them.
like her.
Unless they're a doodle.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really nice doodles. My dog is just like, don't like you.
That's my favorite dog is golden retrievers, though.
That's funny. They are sweet.
They're just big dorks.
They are. Okay, back on topic.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, I'm over here like squirreling. So if if you're working with somebody that has gone through divorce or loss, what is the first step financially that you kind of step them through? Is it an evaluation?
Financially would be to get your own bank account.
Okay.
First step is usually,
Yeah.
if they're serious, get an attorney.
Uh-huh.
Because you got to do all the legal mumbo jumbo. But like I keep saying it, but everybody is different.
Yeah.
But you need your own bank account. Because I'm not being cheeky here. A lot of people, say man or woman, they don't even know where they bank. So then they're like, what do I do? And I'm like, go open up a bank account. And they're like, well, he or she's hiding money. And it's like forensic accounting. We can always find it. And you always do find it. Like just go to the bank statement. Like, where's that money going? Okay. And then follow it. It can be a process. Because like financially, you have to say, open up a bank account. Second step, try and get everything, assets and debts in your marriage. Like that since you've been married.
So it's a discovery phase.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is with the attorney. They call it discovery phase. Like that could take months. Once you get all your investments, depends on if you have a business, and then it takes a while.
How about the importance of legacy?
So say your spouse dies and you have done nothing. You don't know anything about your finances, and I think sometimes that happens where like the person passes away and then the other person's like, where's our money? Like, what do we do?
Usually they're set up, like if they're married, usually they're the beneficiary. So then, like we custodian a Schwab. So Schwab will be like, hey, such and such, you're on here. And they're like, thank God. Otherwise you got to go to like probate and have the court system just start digging. It could take years too. You have to follow the social number and be like, and they're not in any hurry.
So there's some real importance to documenting.
Yes, or naming a beneficiary. A lot of people
So having a will and is that the same? A beneficiary and a will?
The beneficiary usually will supersede the will. But yes, just have it like documented, because I just had this conversation with my mom. I'm just like, you are getting older. What happens if you pass? She goes, well, I have it all somewhere. And I'm like, well, where's that? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't even know where she has it.
What's the state of
Talk to your kids, like
Yeah.
adult kids. Where's my stuff?
What's the state of Nebraska's law if you die without a beneficiary or a will? Where does the money go? It goes just.
Like it'll just go to the court.
Does it go to like the kids or a spouse, or
You,
if they're
you have to list a beneficiary on
Okay.
most of it
Yeah.
anymore. I think in the old days it would, like, you ever heard of unclaimed property?
I have. There's a lot of it, isn't there?
I just had a girl call me and she's like, I just found $20,000. I'm like, where I want that so I can start my dog bar.
Oh my gosh.
More than 20,000, like 2 million.
Yeah. I love that.
But yeah, so anymore, I think that happens so often that when you fill out paperwork, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, you need a beneficiary.
Yeah. If you were to mentor like somebody else to become a financial advisor, what advice would you give them?
You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah.
Get used to rejection. Rejection is protection, I always say.
Okay.
I'm sure you are asking people for money,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you get told no. And it hurts. It stings at first. And you're like, you know what? Thanks, universe.
Do you reframe that to like you're gonna get 9 no's to yes?
Or I'm like, there's something bigger out there. And
Yeah.
if you keep telling yourself that, it really... Because
Yeah.
otherwise you kind of can go into this, I'm a loser, woe is me, why does anybody want me? And that's not good.
I reframe things to like, if it was meant for me, it's gonna come.
Yep.
And if it's not meant for me, the universe will protect me from it. So like if I,
Protection is protection,
yeah,
yes.
I like that. If you never know what could happen. It could be like
And
the
if
worst
it's, like, meant
client
for
ever.
you, it'll, exactly.
Yeah.
And one of them I kept chasing and I got it, and it was the worst client I've ever. And I was like, okay.
You learned a lesson from that. You're like,
yes,
okay.
God, I'm listening. But
Yeah.
like that old saying, if it's meant for you, it will find its way to you.
Yeah.
Whether it's through a weird story or not.
Yeah.
It will.
How can people support you on your journey, or how do they learn more about what you're doing?
Keystone Financial. Keystone Financial.
What's your website?
KeystoneFinancialServices.com.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I guess I don't ever go on there.
We'll find it.
Or if you
We'll
need,
find-
if anybody needs, everybody needs help eventually.
Yeah.
I would love to chat with them.
And what does that
And
look
there's
like?
no minimum. Like
Yeah.
some people are like, I don't have money, and it's like, it doesn't matter. We will help you.
So
I
you
do a
just-
lot of budgeting because I have the accounting background.
Yeah.
So it's like going to the gym, I say.
Uh-huh.
It's not hard to go to the gym. but it does help to have a little gym buddy or a personal trainer. For the budgeting side, it does help to say, hey, like, are you on track? Especially I just had this yesterday with the divorce lady. I was like, okay, like every month, don't spend more than this, which I'm not advising, but I'm like educating. Like, if you want future Nancy to be here, like stick to this. Because Amazon's addicting.
Oh my gosh, yes. Everything is like,
it's so easy.
Just gonna get that.
And
then are you the person you're like, I just need $10 more to get my free shipping?
Yes.
Or are you a Prime member?
Yes, I'm a Prime member, but it's addicting, so I get it. But I almost feel like if I'm the little devil on their shoulder, they're like, crap, she's gonna say that I stick to my budget.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your money, and do whatever you want with it, but compound interest is.
Your money makes you money if it's in a bank or if it's in a CD.
And it works.
Yeah.
Like Einstein came up with it's every. I don't know what the word is. There's a word for it. Now I'm gonna draw a blank, but I'll text you later. Every 7.2 years, historically, your money will double.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
I know. It sounds like not very long, but when you're 30 or 25 years old, they're like, I'll worry about that when I'm 45.
Right.
Like, I know, but if
you're a little late if you start when you're 45.
A lot of people start at 50.
Okay.
I know. Never too late, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Better yesterday than today.
Or
tomorrow.
what's that saying? Like, the
Yeah.
best time to plant a seed is now.
Yeah.
The second best time was.
And is it free to have a conversation, or you have to
Free.
pay?
And
like,
I'll bring you coffee.
Oh, I love that. So you get a free coffee and you can like have a good conversation.
I'll buy you coffee then. Yeah, it's free.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like people to know?
If you want to open up a dog bar with me.
It sounds like a good
I really wanna do
offering
this.
on AQi for our platform.
No,
it would be like a good crowdfunding.
Do you think it would? That's another combo.
That
I
is
just don't know if
another
it'd be very lucrative.
Yeah.
And then I've other people be like, "Oh, you bake," and I'm like, "Well, I have to have patinis." And
Oh, I love that you've thought of this.
I have thought of it. I'm like, it's a restaurant. It's probably the highest risk business out there. But that is my dream, to be a bartender in Bahamas. I love serving people.
If only it came with dogs.
I just want to rescue them all. So in my dream world, I'd have all this land and all the puppies. I'd sit back and watch the sunset and then just run around
I love that.
with my puppies.
Well, it sounds like that's what your retirement funds are going to go
I
to.
know.
So you're like building to
Sorry, Tyler.
your dog farm and dog bar. So
That's what I call it, dog farm.
dog farm. Oh, I love
Which
that.
makes it sound like I'm
Kind of sounds like Animal
eating
Farm
them,
though.
but-
It's like kind of an
No.
Orwellian.
Yes. I don't know.
Gotta
I
keep-
did totally sidetrack on the dog bar thing.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having the conversation with me. I
You're
appreciate
so
it.
fun.
I appreciate that. So if you want to learn more about Lana's business, make sure to check out her website and give her a call and get a cup of coffee. All right. Have a great day. Sidebar for our investors and the SEC. Investing in Reg CF offerings involves risk, including illiquidity and the possible loss of your entire investment.
With as hard as life can be, I wouldn't ask to change a thing.